As a stay-at-home wife, how do you support your husband while he's working for money to work the debt snowball?
Yeah, how do you?
How do I support you? You could not afford me. I chauffeur his kids, I cook, I grocery shop, I meal plan, I do laundry. You couldn't afford my salary.
But I bring home the bacon.
And I'm blessing you with another mouth to feed.
No goody.
You guys, I don't know, it's easy for us to support each other.
It is, and you know what? In some weird way, I feel the opposite. Even though I make the money, I feel like I'm not providing enough because she's doing so much with the kids. I mean, I come home and she's like passed out. I mean, she's just tired. It's been a long day. But I don't know, in a weird way I do. I sit at work and I think, well, yeah, I'm here working and whatnot, but what could I be doing to help her more out while I'm at work? It's a weird compulsive thing, I guess. I don't know.
He cooks dinner a lot after a long day at work, cleans up the house, gets the kids showered and bathed on nights that I'm tired. Now, I am in my first trimester still, so
There's a lot of naps.
There's a lot of naps. He's doing a lot, you guys. But he's wonderful. And so
We just work well together.
We
The
do.
left hand and the right hand. And that's all part of this whole marriage coming together and getting it together. It's just we like hit pause and did a restart of everything. And so it didn't used to be that way back in the day.
We talked about divorce a lot, you guys.
So.
Lots. Well, and she's saying, and as a husband, what things can a wife do to support you as you're working outside the home harder than normal? So what could I do to better support you?
Not get a dead battery that I have to, worry about and figure out how to get home to get the dead battery started.
Really?
That's a bad example.
That's like life. That's just life, guys. My husband insists that he's okay working extra, but I want to do as much as I can for him. You know what you can do for him?
Support him.
Is love him.
Love him.
Just love him. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Just love each other. And it works.
Sounds like you're doing a whole lot. Sounds like you guys are really good on the same, you're close to the same, you're there.
Yeah, and it's not about 50-50. Like, because it's not fun keeping track and score. Like, it's exhausting. Just work as a team. Do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Thanks for the question. What step are you in Dave Ramsey's plan? 3. Next question.
I wish we were 7.
I know.
But we are 3. We just finished our debt snowball, became debt free. We are trying to build our 3 to 6 months in emergency. However, we have a baby to pay for. And
Yeah, we're kind of pausing it. We're in debt. We're like, we have 3 is on the radar. We're like, we're there.
Yeah.
But we have time out. We got to take care of the little one here and a couple of little things, and then we're gonna, hit play again.
All of our little ones are costing money,
Yeah.
so we're gonna get them taken care of, and hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be socking away money in our 3 to 6 months.
What?
He said, "Roll that beautiful beam footage." Okay, next question. Hi, wanted to ask about sinking funds. I recently added a few important ones for dates later in the year, but they seem to be blowing my budget and the snowball. Wah wah, that's not fun. Is there any max amount of funds when this happens? Okay. Sinking funds, for those of you who don't know, it's when you when you're saving for something large like a holiday or a couch or a vacation, you set aside a little bit of money every month until you have enough to pay cash for it. So, gosh, that's a good question. We went bare bones on our budget and didn't have money for Christmas or a pumpkin patch or kids' school pictures or sports or clothing or anything. And I mean, that is not a practical way of doing it. So we had to come up with these categories. However, it ate into our debt snowball a lot. Like it took a third of it away, which was hard for us to grasp that. But when we did that, we realized that we have money for all of these things and birthday parties when the kids get invited. We could buy a present for this little child that's celebrating their birthday, and just things like that were blessings. So, I mean, you gotta pick and choose. Obviously you're thinking, I don't know how to answer this, because I mean, you want to have enough money for maybe cut some out so that you can fund the other ones and make their envelopes fatter. Because like Christmas,
Pick the important ones.
pick what's
Pick the
important.
biggies that you have to have, and the others maybe you don't have to have right now.
Yeah,
You know, new cars on the tire, probably a biggie.
yeah.
You know,
Must
new
have.
clothing line for myself, probably not as big.
No, yeah, pick and choose. But it does eat your snowball, and that's just natural progression. But it minimizes the surprises. So anyway, keep going with it. Don't give up. Okay, next one.
I know that you pay only with cash. However, what do you think?
Would you
think it is okay for others to use credit cards if and only if they pay off the balance every month? We have a few credit cards that we use and always pay off the balance so that we're never paying interest. We have gotten a lot of points back when using them, even enough points that turned into money to make 2 mortgage payments. How do you feel about this? Tough love coming right here. My whole thing when people say this, and it's just, to me in my mind, it makes no sense. If you pay the credit cards off every month, you have the cash. Get rid of the cards. If you can physically
we
write
would
a
never
check,
ever say credit cards are
No.
okay.
credit cards are no cheese there, chief. And the whole making 2 extra mortgage payments, I don't know how you got that money. Apparently you gotta,
I've
maybe
never
you
heard
have
of
to
that.
spend a ton of money to get that. But if you're spending that amount of money, maybe if you took just a sliver of that, if you were paying cash and set it aside every month, you could make your same 2 mortgage payments and cut your spending a little bit.
And depending how your paychecks fall too, we have 2 extra paychecks a year that could be mortgage payments.
Could be. But I've never understood that when people say, I pay them off every month and I never have interest. Well, if you pay them off, that means you have the cash. Why don't you just pay cash instead? So
We get this a lot, you guys. And I'll tell you what, Visa and MasterCard,
They have it
American
figured
Express,
out.
Discover, they have smart marketing techniques that they use to get us to, you know, in case of an emergency, to put it on a credit card or, like you said, to earn points. However, we are not going to outsmart them. They are getting our money one way or another. That's just that. They're good at it. They're really, really good at it. And there's no way they would not be doing it for free. There's no way. So, yeah. That's a tough one. We get it a lot, you guys. We get it a lot. For us, we lived on credit cards and we just didn't want to play their games anymore. We wanted to be in control of our own money and pay, and it feels so good to pay for with cash. So we would definitely encourage you to go that route. And now you know how we feel about it. Okay, my husband and I currently have a nice savings started. We could very easily pay off our first smallest debt. However, with our first baby on the way in November, I'm terrified. We have a baby due in November too.
what up?
Holla! I'm terrified we won't be able to continue to build that savings back up after preparing to bring baby home. Right now, we are in our first week of starting a budget, yay, and attempting the cash envelope system, double yay. I don't think anything terrifies me more to be responsible than a whole new life to care for.
They're resilient.
so
You can
right.
drop them a half dozen times before they really messes them up. I mean, joking.
We would like to know if we have any suggestions. Well, we kind of know what you're feeling. You know what we would do? Whatever your security gland is saying that it needs, just do it. Sock your money away and make sure the baby is healthy. This is exactly Dave Ramsey's advice he would have for you too. And then once the baby is born, any extras, you can pay down that debt or pay it off. But yeah, just help. You got enough going on. Like don't, and you will not be so terrified with this brand new life. You guys will get into the habit and routine, and it'll feel very, very natural. So don't worry. I like it.
You done?
Yeah.
My BF and I have 2 children. I would like to know how much should we be saving every month to go to the wedding fund. Oh, I thought she was the same boyfriend like we call boyfriend. Apparently it's a real boyfriend.
It's a real boyfriend. I think. Well, maybe it's your husband.
So you guys got 2 children and you want to know how much
confused.
money every month should go to the wedding fund and a down payment on the first home. Well, the wedding fund is obviously whatever you want to budget for the wedding. I don't know how much your wedding is. If you're going to say it's $5,000.
Hang on. Okay, can I just say something? Sorry. You guys are handling 2 major purchases. Like, do them one at a time.
Well, yeah. I mean,
That's
obviously,
a lot.
that's what I was getting at here, Chief. The wedding fund, the wedding's going to come before the house, I'm assuming. The wedding fund, obviously, you set a budget of whatever, $5, $5,000,
$5?
10,000, whatever your budget is, set it. Don't go over it and plan for it. So if it's 10,000 and it's 12 months out, you know, it's about $835 a month you need to save. Take
Get
care
that
of it.
taken care of and celebrate. Happy yay that you're getting married.
And then the down payment on the
Don't
house
worry. Okay.
is 10% minimum.
I think you should do the baby steps first.
Do the baby steps first.
Get married, pay cash for your wedding.
Take the class.
Yes, before you get married, what a wonderful
Take the
present
class.
to give each other the gift of financial peace. But really, take the class, and then pay for your wedding, cash flow it obviously, and then start the baby steps.
That's
guys.
awesome. You guys can cash flow it. If you could cash flow a wedding, you know how many people out there don't do that?
Yeah,
Good for you guys for doing that.
that's awesome. But take the class. It will explain the baby steps. Get your savings. Get out of debt. And then save for a house and do it right, because then you won't have any regrets.
But the short answer is you need minimum of 10% down, no more than 25% of your take home over 15 years.
15-year mortgage.
15-year mortgage.
Got it. My question is, can you show us moms exactly what you cook in a week and exactly what you buy when you go to Costco or grocery store so we can get an idea of saving on the grocery money? We are a family of 5. I spend about $100 a week cutting closely. I would love more information on what you do. I love this question. There's a lot of mamas out there that like to see my haul videos, and I think I'll continue to shoot my haul videos when I go grocery shopping, and then throw in my meals in there with the links to the recipes as well, so that you guys can see the whole process, the whole Megillah. Like, it goes from my spreadsheet, my shopping list, to what I purchase, to what I cook.
The whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada.
You get it? Food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'm working on that. But your question made me think about it, what I can do.